other thing. So, I mean, everything you're saying is such garbage.
Same speech over and over and over and over again.
Like, do I feel bad? Absolutely. I had somebody shot and killed in my yard,
Scripted.
half a block away from me a few weeks ago. You want to know what the fuck I did? I loaded my gun in case they came for me next. Like, you people are fucking insane. You want to know how long it took for the cops to get to that area? For almost a half an hour. That guy bled out and died.
That's scary. Look at that fake dude down. Yeah, that one.
What have they done?
They're the cause of it.
They're the cause of all this carnage. Yep.
We're going to put pressure on the politicians to make sure these laws do not get passed.
If it was just any other country, what these people have done, the people would have stood up. We used to
They
be like
brainwash these poor kids into believing that if they give up the right to self-defense that they will be okay. And that's the problem. They don't know the first thing about guns. They don't know the first thing about firearms.
I would now like
instead
to
of learning about guns, they'd rather go, oh no, that's big and scary.
Michigan State
That's
University
typical millennial
survivor
bullshit
and
behavior.
a
My generation is
activist who
retarded.
recently led a rally.
You want to know something funny? I run for school board. I lost, but they asked me, what do you think about guns? I go, I think trained staff should carry them. And if parents want to carry,
Thank you
and they're
all
smart,
for being here.
they can carry
like
them.
I said,
And people
I
like,
was one of the students
I was the only one that
joined
said it,
them
only
to
one.
testify in
It was
front of the
Republicans
House
running,
and
they were
Senate
scared to say
Judiciary
it. I
Committee
said it.
hearings, but I wasn't able to share my voice.
I'm hoping
so
next
I
year maybe I'll
appreciate
get
you
in.
being here today to listen to my story.
They say
My name
so.
is Charlotte Plotsky, and I am a junior communications and music double major at Michigan
What'd they
State.
say?
I am 20
She
years
said, I
old.
hope you are never shot.
My story
Like,
is
are you
similar
fucking
to many of
serious?
yours. It
I've
began
never
at
been.
5 years
I've had
old
guns
when my
pointed at me,
parents
but I've
sent
never
me
been
to
shot
kindergarten.
at.
That just happened.
I still remember the first lockdown drill we did. The room was
I
silent.
say that shit to
My
people.
teacher whispers, "Friends, I understand that these topics are scary, but I doubt this will ever
I
happen.
tell people.
Right, like,
You are
wanna tell
safe
that to
here.
that little
This
boy
is
right
just
there?
a drill."
Oh, right,
The year
no,
is
because his mom is
2007.
on your side, right? But it's okay.
On December 14th, 2012, an AR-15 took the lives of 26 staff and students at Sandy Hook Elementary.
Somebody with an AR-15 took
I
the
saw
lives.
my parents cry together
Got
and
it
I
wrong.
blankly stared at the television as the news panned out. I was in 5th grade.
A piece of metal can't take a
My
life.
parents are both teachers. This happened to those kids in teacher in Connecticut. Does that mean it could happen to me? To my
These
little
idiots
brother?
don't get it.
To my
If we
parents?
ban guns,
I became
criminals
anxious
gonna
to go
run
to
wild.
school. I'll repeat that. I became anxious to go to school at 10 years old.
I keep telling
That's
people,
what-
February
tickles my
14th,
kids.
2018,
People in
Parkland.
Michigan have no
I will
idea
never
what
forget
Chicago
that
is like,
day.
none.
I was glued to Twitter. I will never forget the
I've been
things I
to
read,
Chicago.
the things I
When
saw,
it got worse, I
videos
won't even
of
go
students
back.
lying dead in the hallway,
Down the block,
audio
we're getting
recordings of
roasted.
gunshots with
That's
students
right.
sobbing in the background,
we
17
were filming in
students
an area, it was
and
so bad. The
17
area was
staff and
nasty.
students dead, thoughts and prayers to the victims and their families, all because of an AR-15.
Somebody behind an AR-15.
Here we
November
go.
30th,
Here's some
2021,
pride.
Oxford High School. Once again, America failed. They failed
See,
not only
they came.
Madison,
They just took a
Hannah,
little
Tate, and
longer, but I knew
Justin,
they'd come.
but the hundreds of students who not only have to live with the trauma of hiding under their desks with gunshots ringing in their ears, but without their friends. All because of an AR-15. And I want to say that I am so proud of those who are standing with us today and who have shared their story. May 24th, Uvalde, Texas, another elementary school. More children dead, more thoughts and more prayers. Recently, it was revealed that they didn't take initiative when arriving at the school in which young children were being shot because the police were scared to face the shooter's AR-15. I'll repeat that. The police were scared to face an AR-15 while children were dying and being shot.
The police had AR-15s with them.
Cowards.
Yeah.
On February 13th, 2023,
The police had AR-15s with them.
I'll never forget the hundreds of texts I was both sending and receiving that night.
That's the
But I
only
shouldn't
honesty
be
they
having,
just
I
said
shouldn't
was
have to
about the
send these
police not
texts.
doing it.
I shouldn't
knew that
be
was
carrying
coming.
the worries of my
That's
friends
right. What she
getting
said
shot
was
in their
right.
evening classes. I shouldn't be scared for the lives of my friends who live on campus or happen to go to the Union for late night. I shouldn't be scared for my roommate who works on campus and my friends who are RAs. Working at the front desk of a dorm hall or a building on campus doesn't have help students hide and shelter from an active shooter on the job description. The absolute love we have for each other and this school shines bright to this day as we are helping each other get through this tragedy. Our community has come together to love, to grieve, and now today we fight. Alexandria, Brian, and Ariel, 3 beautiful, brilliant, kind, passionate, and fearless Spartans taken away from us. Today you heard a little bit about them. I'm here today to show that my generation will no longer tolerate this. Do better. If you're a Republican who wants to keep taking hush money from the NRA, we will vote you out!
I don't support the NRA. I don't support the NRA. And I'm not a Republican.
Rights away from the LGBTQ community,
Cult.
The uniquely American problem that is gun violence, we will be voting you out!
I don't support the NRA. They're garbage.
And sit there and watch us die, we will vote you out! As we see from the hundreds of statistics around this country, gun control works. Gun control is attainable, and right now, it's necessary. It's the bare minimum.
Say that to
We will
Chicago.
not stop fighting for that.
It works in
Marjorie
Chicago
Taylor
and California,
Greene-
doesn't it?
Marjorie Taylor Greene thinks it's patriotic to own an AR-15, but you know what I think is patriotic? I think being patriotic is showing up to a rally to demand that every American citizen's life be taken seriously. That's what I think is patriotic. And I want to remind you that the gun legislation that our politicians are currently passing is the bare minimum. Every state deserves these basic protections. We as Americans have been conditioned to accept the bare minimum. We will not accept the bare minimum anymore. We deserve better than that. We do. How many more times will I have to hear about a child being buried because of an AR-15? How many more times are marginalized communities across this
AR-15 never
country?
killed anybody.
How many times are they going to lose their friends and families and neighbors
Piece of metal
due
can't
to
kill
gun
somebody.
violence? Military-grade weapons belong to our military and law enforcement. I do not want to hear that I'm
really?
infringing on your Second Amendment right. I don't care if they're
Now she
fun. Oh my
changed
God,
it.
they're
Only
cool.
military
I
and
love
law
to go shooting with my AR-15. Your AR-15
I don't even own a
is not
military
toy.
weapon.
Grow up.
We can't.
I don't own a military weapon. I never have.
Never
Their
have.
intent when being
I can't even get my hands on one. I'd love to get my hands on one, but I don't have one.
When they are being manufactured, their intent is to kill dozens of people at a time. Is the army showing up at your house? What's going on?
You
We need
support
to grow
Ukraine,
up here. We need to do better.
Let's kill
They
them.
use them down in Georgia to hunt hogs because they tear up the farms.
The amount
They
of
come in
funding
40,
that
50 at once.
politicians receive from the
That- you need an
NRA
AR-15
defend
to
these
take 'em out.
ridiculous weapons is
Because there's too many of
astounding,
them.
And it makes me sick.
I heard that. You know what's funny?
Politicians across
can't
this
do it with a
country will
handgun.
defend these senseless weapons like their whole life depends on it because of the thousands of dollars that the NRA puts into their campaign. But let me tell you,
They still want
GOP,
guns
let me
over in
tell you
Ukraine to
something.
help people.
My life
Yep.
depends
But
on
not
these
here.
laws.
They support
Our
Ukraine.
lives
Citizens
depend
are
on
up.
it. Well, your television ads and campaign
guns for
events
Ukraine's
depends
okay.
on taking down these laws. Our lives actually, they depend on it. And I argue that our lives are a little more important than your television ads and campaign events. I don't know, hot take. You are failing us, and we have our eyes on you. For once, be on the right side of history. America's watching you, we are tired, and again, we deserve more than the bare minimum. You could repeat after me, enough is enough! Louder, enough is enough! Thank you for being here, I appreciate it.
Wait, maybe they say it's okay to send them to Ukraine. They defend
You
them.
can send them to Ukraine.
Yeah, defend the Ukrainians.
Now it is time to hear from Paula Ferber, the president of the Michigan Education Association.
Oh, the damn,
Here we go.
the union. Yeah, oh, Jesus. I had to deal with
Which
with
union?
The Michigan Education Association.
Oh, the teachers union?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
The ones that try to buy out. Whoops.
By allowing themselves to carry that.
You know,
What'd she say?
I don't know. She's talking commie shit. I don't know. Keep walking, dumbass.
That state cop right there is the one that got in John's face.
Is that the guy?
That's the same guy.
Ooh,
He doesn't know our rights. I ain't got to say anything to him.
Should we walk over there with our flags just at the
I ain't got to say anything to him.
My girlfriend was the president of the Colorado Education Association yesterday. 2 administrators were shot.
Yeah, for right now. But you know what? I also
As
think
time goes by, our children, our educators are killed or injured, and here we go again.
your laws and capacity,
Not even 2 weeks later.
Up here we go. She's going to give a crying statement.
This is enough. 31
The guns
shootings
kill
in the U.S. in schools since January 1st, 2023.
Now, how many of them were gang related? They had one in Denver the other day. It was gang. Somebody went in there and he was pissed at somebody. It was gang related.
Thank you for showing
They don't
up
want to talk
here
about
to
that.
say that the lives of our
Shit, you
students
talk
and
about
our
that, that's a
educators
problem.
are more important
You
than
talk
some
about
of
that,
those
you know what happens. They get pissed.
right to have the immediate
They
access
get
to
pissed
it.
once you do that.
And thank you to our legislative leaders who are taking action.
Yeah, they get mad.
Common sense gun safety reform
And you talk about gangs, they don't want to hear about that.
supported by Michigan.
Nope.
They're black. So if they're black, they don't want to hear it.
Be safe from senseless gun violence. Well,
Black
there's
gangs
more
can shoot
work to
people,
be
that's
done.
fine.
We're finally seeing
White people with
historic
guns is no good.
progress. I was here the day after February 14th to bear witness for the students of MSU in the rally. And I didn't speak. I just stood out there like you and listened to story after story. I watched the turning of the tide legislators sitting on the ground with the students to bear witness to their pain and to their story. That for them,
Listen.
never know about fear of gun violence in their schools.
Bear witness.
See my generation when you think about it. And I was so proud of those legislators. Now we should be able to stand together on this.
This damn news media, they keep putting their cameras on us. Put your cameras on the rally. That's why you came here, right?
To life, liberty,
Oh, we're
and the
fucking
pursuit
morons.
of
You hear?
happiness for victims free from gun violence.
Moron. We're fucking morons. Alright.
I didn't do nothing to nobody.
It's in our schools. We should be safe in our schools.
Let them cuss me out.
We should be safe in our places of worship, in our stores, in the clubs,
Y'all are the
in
morons.
restaurants.
They're pawns for the Democrats. They gotta wake the hell up.
Our
They want
communities
police only to carry guns. Ooh.
We'll see how that goes.
with sensible gun,
police are the only ones who actually have the minute the police use the wrong place,
common sense proposals.
You gotta hide under a table, wait for the police to come out. You know.
Must be
right.
taken
I don't wanna
up
wait.
by the House. Let's pass these. The Senate.
Yeah, she just said it.
Come on.
The minute the
House,
police
let's
use a
do
gun to
it.
shoot a criminal, then they attack them.
Waco, Texas, ATF came in and
Because we cannot
burnt the whole place down.
continue
Women
to
and kids.
Kids and children.
innocent people,
I know.
children,
I'm gonna start watching that series on Showtime. I'm
gunned
gonna watch it.
down by people who should
I'm curious about it.
We shouldn't be asking our communities to be torn apart by these tragedies and find a way to heal themselves. It is too late for too many
Listen to
children,
someone in the teachers union. Oh, jeez.
so we have a job
Of
to do.
course.
That is protect them now. Thank you.
I always tell people, I'll give up my guns when the police do too.
I don't give my guns to nobody.
I say
You
it.
want them? Come get them.
No, I say it to piss them off. No, you know what I said to someone? I said, you want more gun background checks? Make the
Leave it.
criminals do it.
Was one of the 5 injured
He's leaving.
Michigan State University shooting.
I tell them, let the criminals do background checks and I'll do them. I said, you want universal? When the criminals do universal checks, I'll do it. Until then, nope. I don't take my gun, but I just say it.
My name is Roy Cornish, and I am a survivor of the mass